YouTube, welcome back to the Gifts podcast. God installed functions that shine. Right today, we're going to talk about the Dr. Stretch slogan. Right, slogan that I've created for my brand to help people understand why I am pushing in the way that I am trying to inspire the world to realize that they got gifts. Okay, the Dr. Stretch slogan states: "Stop chasing a high-paying job. Start discovering your high-paying gifts," right? We broke down the gifts acronym in the last episode of the Gifts podcast. You want to find that out, you can go check that out. Now, let's break it down. Stop chasing a high-paying job, right? If you're chasing, you are probably chasing because you're doing something not meant for you. That's why you feel like you need to chase. And you will always need to chase when you are not living in authenticity. When you are not doing what God sent you to do, you're going to always feel unfulfilled. You're going to always feel the need to chase something. And not only feel the need to, you're going to have to. You're going to have to chase something, right? That's just one part of it. Something not meant for you, right? Chasing. Constant day lived over and over. When you living on this top of the slogan, when you living in the stop chasing a high paying job, you're constantly on a daily basis living the same day over and over. You're not making no changes because you're not trying to figure out who you are. You're accepting of who your boss is telling you to be. Go flip that burger. Go put those pills in the medication bottle, whatever it may be, right? The fact that you are at a job and you are chasing, you're going to always feel like you're not meant to be there. You're going to always feel unfulfilled because you're not meant to be there. You're not meant to be there. You're going to always feel like you're constantly living in a loop, happening over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? It feels like deja vu, like I've been here before, because you have. You were there yesterday, especially if you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Life gets boring. God didn't create you to sit at the same job for 40 years, and you have one life. You've been in the same place for 40 years, and you've been living one life. Do you think that is the way you should be living? No. Dr. Stewart is here to help you understand, help you believe that, and help you acquire the change you need to start living a fulfilling life because you deserve it. God created you so that you will have it. That's why he sent you with gifts. All right, let's break down the bottom of it. Let's break down the bottom, my favorite part of my slogan, right? So stop chasing the high paying job, start discovering your high paying gifts. As I said in the last episode, your gifts will make way for you and provide for you in ways that having a job, chasing anything would ever do for you. Let me show you what living in your purpose, living authentically, right? Being yourself. Let me show you what happens when you do that, right? You got to start discovering your high paying gift, right? So you're discovering your identity. When you discover your identity, you get closer to your purpose. When you're living down here, you're living in authenticity. You're being yourself. You're figuring out you. The biggest challenge you have in this life is you versus you. Mastering, figuring out, developing this person, whoever this person is. Only you can figure it out if you choose to dive deep into you and stop putting so much time and so much motivation and so much energy into developing other people's dreams, developing other people's goals, developing other people's lives while yours is at a standstill. Let's get back to it. Stop discovering your high paying gifts. Start discovering your high paying gifts, right? When you're living in your gifts, you're figuring out your identity, you're getting closer to your purpose, you're living in authenticity, right? When you're living in authenticity, you don't have to chase things. Things are attracted. They're attracted because you're working on yourself so much. You're developing yourself so much. You're building your value. People have no other option but to be magnetic. You're magnetic. You're efficient. You're proficient. And most importantly, you're grounded in who you are because you've taken the time to figure out who that is. When you're living up here, you will forever be chasing. You're in a job, you're living in an unfulfilled state, you're going to always be chasing. When you come down here and you get to discovery, who am I? Who should I be? Who did God send me to be? What is my purpose? What reason is there for Pierre McCoy or whoever it is that is watching this? What reason is there for you to walk this world? What reason is there? Start discovering your high paying gifts where you figure out your identity, you figure out your purpose, you're living authentically so that you can attract what you deserve, what's meant for you. That does not happen at this level. When you're study chasing, when you're study living the life in a loop, when you're not making any changes, when you're not stepping off path. Specifically, I told my girl when I graduated college, it was like my family was going like this on a generational line. As soon as I graduated college, it went like this. Doo-doo. A whole new line was started because it had never happened. Are you going to be the person that changes the direct line that your family's been going down forever? Are you going to create a new line? Are you going to create a new path? Because the opportunity is there for you. As soon as you stop chasing a high paying job and start discovering your high paying gifts. Boy, Pierre McCoy the. As I told you in the last episode, I have a strong belief that everybody watching this, everybody in the world has a purpose, has an identity, and most specifically, they have gifts. God install functions that shine. Thank you for tuning in to episode 2. It's your boy Pierre McCoy the. Like, subscribe, comment. We out.